Get in there, boys. What a performance yesterday, by the way. This morning, I'm still buzzing on a high off yesterday's night's game. Wow, what a game. Guys, I had a bit of a nightmare last night. Had the camera set up. Watch along was going ahead. It was looking to be a great video. Lots of passion in it. Lots of emotion. And then get to the laptop, put it in, and there's no sound on the new microphone. So yeah, cheers for that, Amazon. That microphone will be going back. But yeah, so obviously there's no watch along. But however, you got me for the review. Pretty simple. Absolutely buzzing with the performance. Every player on that pitch last night was excellent. Edouard Mendy, what a save! What he made two really good saves. He made Thibaut Courtois. I'm not going to say I'd rather have him over Courtois at the moment, but Courtois yesterday parried a shot from Rudiger from about, I don't know how far out it was, but he looked shaky last night, Courtois, and I'm so glad it's shut in his face as well. You dickhead. We'll go on to the back line. Back line, solid. That's what we've done. Someone said to me the other day, the thing with Frank Lampard was, if we attacked well, couldn't defend well. If we defended well, we couldn't score goals. And I think that's what Tuchel's come in. He's sort of come in and like balanced it out so we can do both pretty well. I still think we are lacking a striker big time, because let's not kid ourselves. We're buzzing. We could have had 4 or 5 goals in that game, easy. And me, in the watch along, we had 3 of us. We were on the edge of our seats till that second goal went in, because in that first half, in that first game, we could have killed the game. We could have come back to the bridge, and that first goal last night would have been pretty much game over. Even when that second goal went in, I think they had sort of like a semi-chance. They had a lot of the ball. They were starting to get a few shots off, and I was like, I think it's like the 86th minute. If they score here, I'm still going to be on the edge of my seat. I'm still not trusting this. But we hung on. Well, we didn't hang on actually. We played really well and we dominated the game. I wouldn't say we fully dominated, but we were definitely the better team over the 2 legs. So we'll go with the defenders. I thought they were quality. Dave was absolutely immense. Now, guys, I know there's this whole, is Dave a Chelsea legend and stuff, and I sit on the fence with this one, but he is an absolute legend. And I sat on the fence, and we spoke about it in previous videos, but there's no doubt about it for me. I watched him last night, and it wasn't just from last night. I've been watching it ever since the question got raised. And first of all, I was like, people had a few points. Mason from the show had a point about he hasn't done what like John Terry and Drogba and Lampard have done, but that guy's been here for so long, he's served Chelsea for so long. Great captain. And last night, I just saw that fucking drive. Do you know what I mean? And for me, watching him, I'm like, yeah, he is. He definitely is. If I'm calling Ivanovic a legend, Azpilicueta is there as well. So definitely, Azpilicueta is a Chelsea legend, and I wouldn't go back on that anymore. Yeah, but obviously everyone else got their opinions on it. Thiago Silva, I thought he was solid. He did get barged by Benzema at one point, and I was like, no, Silva, get up. But apart from that, he was quality. Rudiger, but what has happened to Rudiger, by the way? I think that's where Lampard missed a big trick. I think Lampard missed a big trick with that, Rudiger. I can see why Lampard left him out, but he looks good. Under Tuchel, he knows what he's doing, and he looks decent. Christensen, another one where Lampard sort of didn't really rate him, and I didn't either. But he's sort of come in, he's doing a job, mate. He knows what he's doing, and he's doing a job, and he's doing it really well, keeping Zuma out the side. So really good performance from him. Ben Chilwell, he was okay. He was the one where I thought, if they're going to get a chance, it's going to go through the left-hand side, where Ben Chilwell is. So it was worrying. But defensively, I thought he was pretty good. I think on the ball he was a bit poor actually, but you can't knock him. His defensive work was great. Kante, mate, that guy's everywhere. He is such a good player. He's on par with Makaleli for me. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it out there. He's on par with Makaleli for me. He's so good. He is the reason our team ticks. He's the reason we get the ball back quickly. And that's a massive statement for me. But he's so good. And he's been so good for Chelsea. Heard someone on TalkSport last night saying Chelsea fans underrate Kante. I'm like, no, we don't. Everyone loves him. What are you talking about? I think it was Jason Cundy actually. So I don't think Chelsea fans underrate him at all. But so I don't know where he's got that from. But anyway, Jorginho was good. Kept the ball, controlled the game. Thought he was really good. Did his stuff. He can control games. In a big game, he can control games, and that's what he's really good at. Loved it from Jorginho. We'll move on to the front three. Mason Mount. Now, he was very quiet up to his goal. So up to his goal, I was like, Tuchel might bring him off soon. I thought he was going to come off with the first substitutions. But he stayed on, and obviously it was the right decision because he then went and got his goal. But I remember we're sitting in the watch-along and people were going, he needs to come off. It's not his night. It's not his night tonight. He's giving the ball away. But he gives the ball away, but he runs back and he tracks back really hard. And no one else does that, the work rate that he puts in. So Mason Mount, I thought he was decent. I thought he'd done the defensive work, and I think that's what yesterday was about, to be honest. We didn't concede a goal, so 0-0 would have been fine. So everyone done their jobs last night to perfection. Mason Mount, I thought he was good. Werner, it's a tough one because his movement is so good. I would honestly keep him left wing. Because I don't think he's an out-and-out striker. I don't think he's clinical enough to be an out-and-out striker. But bring a striker in, and I think Werner plays left, and I think he'll get quite a few assists and a few goals as well. But if he was clinical, that guy would be so good. But he's just got to work on that because in the German league, he was smashing it. So I don't know what's quite going on in the Bundesliga. He was smashing it, so I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's his confidence. But he got his goal yesterday, which was good, and people saying it was a tough goal. I don't think it was, but he did jump early, and obviously he could have scuffed it. But he's scoring that every day. And then we go on to Kai Havertz. He was exceptional last night. His hold-up play was unbelievable. Kai Havertz, I doubted you, to be honest, at the start of the season. Mate, that guy couldn't even run, let alone passable. He couldn't pass, he couldn't run, he couldn't hold off a defender, he couldn't do anything. And I was like, nah, I'm not seeing... In Werner, I always sort of stuck by him and I was like, yeah, you can see movement, you can see a pass. Werner's passing has to improve, by the way, because there's so many times where he got in a good place and then he's fluffed it with a pass, and that was very frustrating. But that will come. I think that will come with age. But Havertz last night, holding players off. He held Ramos off the ball. He was laying it off. He was moving. He was strong. Mate, it was so good. I think he was our best player last night, bar than probably Kante as well. But Havertz was amazing. I thought he was one of the best players last night by a mile on the pitch. But I'm watching him and I'm like, how has he changed from that player to like 2 months ago where he looked like he hadn't kicked a ball before. It was crazy. But guys, overall, ecstatic. I can't wait for the final. I'm nervous as hell. Last night I was on the edge of my flipping sofa just biting my nails. I couldn't take it. That's the Chelsea way. We always do it the hard way. But final, Man City, we're coming for you. I don't know if that was good or not. It sounded good to me. But we got them on Saturday as well, up the Chelsea. Can we beat them? Of course we can. Of course we can. They would not want to play us. They'd rather have Madrid. So, yeah, boys and girls, I'm out of here. I'm sorry that the watch-along wasn't available. The sound, I was gutted when I got home last night. But we'll get it sorted for the next one, FA Cup final against Leicester. Up the Chelsea.